You are already a powerful manifestor. Usually, when manifestation is talked about, it's spoken like it's something that you have to learn how to do, and you have to learn how to practice to bring things into your reality. But today, what I want you to understand is that manifestation is default. What do I mean by this? The fact that you are experiencing reality, or you're having an experience right now in your 3D reality, everything you're seeing, everything you're hearing, shows that you're already manifesting. You see, the reality that we see in this 3D world, I'm sure you've heard people say it's an illusion, there's nothing out there. It's all happening in your consciousness. Your consciousness is producing it. There's nothing really physical. Reality is an illusion. Even quantum physics proves this. When you go down to the subatomic particles, you realize that 99% of it is space. There's actually nothing solid, right? This is because what you're experiencing, it's like a play, like a movie, a video. So when you take a video, for example, a video has motion and it has this continuity, right? But when you understand how videos are made or how the camera is working, you see that usually a video is about maybe 24 frames per second or 60 frames per second, meaning that there are single frames, like pictures, which are lined up back to back to back to back to back 24 times per second, and the light of the camera is rolling over this so fast that you're seeing 24 frames per second. So it has this effect or side effect of motion. That's why we call it a motion picture. It's actually pictures following each other. And if you could see any of the old film strips, you'd understand that this is how it's working. You have a film strip with different pictures following each other, and the camera light is just moving over these. That gives the perception of motion. In the same way, the reality we're experiencing is a motion picture. Except instead of 24 frames or 60 frames, reality is moving at about billions of frames per second. And your consciousness is the projector light. So your consciousness is filtering through billions of frames of reality. And that filtering through, or that movement through the billions of frames per second, is what is giving the reality of time and continuity. So that continuity of motion through these different frames is what gives the byproduct of time. So we are having a live rendered reality, a live motion picture every single second. Now, how does reality know which frames to use? Well, it knows which frames, your consciousness knows which frames to traverse or which frames to play based off your vibrational state. This is why we say your vibration or your frequency determines your reality. If you're in a vibrational state of poverty, the reality will align to give you a reality of poverty. So as you can see, or you can understand from what I'm saying, it technically means we're all having unique experiences. There are different multiple frames of each of us, and our consciousness is moving through these frames every single second based off the frequency that we say we are. And this is how we can manifest new realities, by shifting our frequency. Because when you shift your frequency or your vibration, then reality or your consciousness says, okay, now I'm moving from this vibrational state to that vibrational state. I'm moving from a poor vibrational state to a rich or wealthy vibrational state, because that is how reality aligns. It aligns by synchronicity and by harmony, and by the harmonization of frequencies. You cannot experience the frequency or the vibration that you are not, because that is how reality is arranged. Because reality says, okay, what frequency is this person, and let me match them to that particular reality. So there are trillions, billions of earth realities that we're experiencing every single moment, and your vibration determines which one you end up in. So usually in the realm of speaking about manifestation, people will say, tune your vibration to a particular future to attract it, right? That thing that we are calling a future is actually a particular point in the infinite field of reality, in the infinite field with the trillions of frames. That is a particular frequency in that point in space-time. So if you compare it to where you are now, we may call it the future because of how we experience 3D reality. So it's like I'm moving from now to that future. But actually what is happening is you're moving from one frequency to the other. And sometimes we say we are attracting it to us. So it's not so much as attraction as it is about consciousness shifting to a different vibrational frequency, which is literally a different point in the space-time continuum, if I can call it that, from the perspective of 3D reality. You're literally switching to a different frequency. You're literally becoming someone else. For example, let's say you were of a particular frequency where you were scared of snakes, and you are able to reprogram your subconscious mind and to reprogram your belief systems so you are no longer scared of snakes anymore. So now what you've done is you've literally tuned your frequency and your vibration to a new version of yourself. And this version of yourself is one that is not afraid of snakes because it doesn't have the same timeline. It doesn't have the same past. So you are changing who you are. This is what manifestation, or should I say conscious manifestation, is, because like I said, we are already manifesting, but we are manifesting unconsciously. What we are manifesting is based off our unconscious beliefs, because the system of reality is playing automatically and is allowing the reality you experience to unfold automatically. So it needs something to be able to present what it will present in your reality. And so what it uses, it's your unconscious programming, the belief systems that were formed in your human computer system from the time of birth, or should I say from the third trimester when you were in the womb up until now. Those programs were being formed so that reality or synchronicity has something to use to present to you as your reality, to say, this is who you are, so this is the reality that is matching who you are, so this is the reality you experience. So it presents to you your unconscious played reality. It takes that because your unconscious belief systems and your unconscious state or your unconscious vibrational state controls 95% of your reality. That is your base reality. So reality, the universe, the mirror, the projection takes that and says, this is who this person is, as shown by 95% of their being, which is in their unconscious programming and their beliefs. So this is the reality they should experience. So manifestation is about learning to become a conscious creator or a conscious manifestor. For you to say, now I know manifestation is just default by who I am, and now I am learning to consciously choose which reality I want by consciously choosing which vibration I say I am, by consciously reprogramming my unconscious, so that now that 95% base programming is what I have chosen. I am moving from a reality of fear into a reality of love. I am moving from a reality of poverty into a reality of wealth. I am moving from a reality of feeling unworthy into a reality where I feel worthy. I am moving from a reality of feeling helpless into a reality where I am all powerful, because now I am taking conscious control. So now that 5% of your conscious mind, you are taking it and using it to program new belief systems into your unconscious and your subconscious programming, so that when you are not even conscious, this is the tape that is being played and projected into reality. This is your base fundamental vibrational state, which reality, synchronicity will use to align you to that reality. So manifestation is happening naturally by virtue of you being conscious and having this experience, you are manifesting. The only thing is you are manifesting a reality that you're unconscious of. And this reality is probably not yours because you picked it up from your parents, your family, your society, unconsciously, and it is running your life. So becoming a manifestor, a creator of your reality, is about becoming conscious of the program you're playing. It's becoming a conscious manifestor to say that I am consciously choosing this reality. So I hope you understand this, and I hope this makes sense to you. The point of this is to let you know that you don't need to learn how to manifest. What you need to learn how to do is become conscious and choose consciously the manifestation you want. Because if you don't choose, it will be chosen for you unconsciously, because it is already happening. You already have the power of manifestation. It's just about learning how to choose what reality you want to manifest exactly, and see that unfold in your life in time by keeping that vibration frequency alive. This is what we are learning to do as conscious creators in this reality, and we can create our unique worlds, our unique dreams into reality to live the life that we want to live. This is the message I have for you today. I hope it is leaving you with some food for thoughts. I hope it can allow you to bear some fruits of wisdom, of insights within yourself, and you can begin to practice this and live the reality of your dream and tap into your superpower as a conscious creator and live a life of bliss and live the life of your dreams. As always, thank you for providing space for me to share this message, and thank you for tuning in and listening. I hope this brings you joy. I hope it brings you enlightenment. I hope it brings you something that you can use in your life. If it doesn't yet, still thank you for tuning in and listening, and have a beautiful and wonderful